Hello everybody and welcome to my video about Industries of Titans 1.0 release. It's finally here! Woohoo, which is really awesome. I am FG. If you don't know who I am, welcome to my channel. And if you are not familiar with Industries of Titan, IoT, Industries of Titan, I'll just abbreviate it, just shorten if you say IoT, is basically a dystopian sci-fi city builder in which you try to establish and run a successful colony on Titan. It's kind of like, it's not a blank slate. You do this amidst the ruins of those who came before you, basically. Full disclosure, before I get right into this video, both my launch day stream and this video are sponsored by Brace Yourself Games, so thank you so very much to them for that. Industries of Titan originally released on the Epic Games Store back on the 14th of April 2020. Yes, back in that mythical year of 2020. And I did actually play it. I remember I played it. I did a couple of streams. And yeah, I really enjoyed what I played back then. And I'm really excited that it's out now in full release. Industries of Titans was added to Steam Early Access in June 2021, so it was Epic exclusive for a little bit, and now it finally came out in full release on the 31st of January of this year.
Titan. Everyone comes to Titan with a dream. Our moon is one of limitless wealth. There are ancient riches here, for those with the strength to claim them. But some dreams start smaller. A better life, more dignity, more comfort. Today, Titan is a place where you can buy those dreams, where anyone can profit. But it isn't easy. You have to prove yourself here. Those who settle here take that risk. And without their diligent labor, our power grid would fail. Pollution would overwhelm us. And our trade would collapse. It's hard work, but on Titan, hard work isn't enough. The bold, the strong, those are the people Titan rewards. Those are the ones who see their dreams through. Exceptional people. Friends to the Council. That is why we're giving you this opportunity, Founder. We expect great things from you. Make sure you live up to our expectations.
Upon launching Industries of Titan and watching that awesome intro video, I don't know, it really sets the mood. I really like it a lot. We have the choice between 4 different modes of play. If you click New Game, you can see them right here. You can play through the story campaign. You can create your own custom scenario. There is a survival mode, which means, in which rather, you have to defend yourself from ever stronger enemies. And Zen mode, which has no enemies at all, and you don't have to fight at all, and you can just build, which is also kind of cool, because sometimes I just want to chill city builder, and I don't want to do some combat. So I jumped into campaign mode on stream, which will be coming out on this channel soon, TM. I just haven't gotten around to getting it all ready for release. We'll do instead, this time around, that we'll do a custom scenario and jump into that one. So even before you jump into custom scenario, you can already like customize a few things before customizing even more things. There's like custom. So what you do is you select your difficulty. There is an easy, normal, hard, or a Titan. Oh, let's go with normal. Normal is good. Mission length determines how many points you need to achieve victory. So normal is 35 points for a gold rated victory. Short is 30 points and long is 40 points. That doesn't sound like a lot, but let me tell you, it's a lot. That actually, those 5 points do actually quite make a difference once you get into the game, because you have to like achieve certain conditions to get these points, like have 14 waste stacks. That's a lot of buildings and a lot of employees that you have to have, which means you need other supporting buildings and citizens, for example, to be able to pay those employees and all that sort of stuff. So those 5 points do actually make quite a big difference. And then last but not least, you choose, because this is not Zen Mart, so you do have combat in this. You can choose between endless, which means there will always be rebel attacks, or elimination, which means if you defeat the rebels, there are no more there's no more combat. So I'm going to select that because I like that. I like being able to beat them and then I'm done with it. So if you select that, and then the first thing you do after that is you select your rival. So you don't have to just deal with rebels, you also have to deal with rivals. And as you see up here, it already tells you exactly what they do. Rivals also build cities not too far from your HQ. Like you, they will generate pollution, buy land, extract ruins, and consume resources. Each rival has their own personality and goals to contend with. They all also come with their own background. So there is Quill Baz. Corporate goal is an enterprising employer. There is Tiangara, martial mastery. That sounds like she wants to fight a lot. Kenna Ruri, industrial ideologue. So I assume they do lots of production and that sort of stuff. Kota Tendo, economic expertise. I assume make lots of credits. Rin Kirke, martial mastery. That also sounds like combat. And then Orena Kirke, which is political powerhouse. Maybe that also that means influence. I don't know. That feels like it means influence. I don't know. I haven't played that much with rivals yet because my campaign map is still ongoing, and in the first map you don't have a rival. You only have rebels to contend with. So let's select. Let's remove you, and we'll put in you. Why not? Let's do it. Confirm our rival. Let's go. So more things to choose from in this custom scenario. Custom scenario is very customizable, as you can see, which is really, really, really cool. So you get to choose where you want to play. There is 7 predetermined locations. They all look a bit different. They all come with different starting conditions and all that sort of stuff. So there is typical starting territory. There is like ruthless opportunity. That's sort of harsh, aggressive weather. No rocks, so you have to deal with that. Rugged adventure is very cold and snowy. Wet, rainy weather. Lots of lakes and that sort of stuff. Molten enterprise, hot, sweltering stuff, but lots of isotopes. So they all have like different weather, and they have like certain resources a lot and certain resources not so much. And you can just kind of pick where you want to go, or you can go custom, which I'm gonna do. And you know what? I'm just gonna be insane. I'm just gonna set everything to max because why not? Because fun. It's fun for the fun of it, right? Let's go. Let's work everything. All right. Now, what we want to do as well is you can change your corporation name. So we can go with my Otter Company. You can select your corporate logo, We'll go with... Why does that look like a middle finger? Anyways, we'll go with little... I don't know why that looks like a cobalt goblin face to me. I don't know why it does, but it does a little bit. We'll just go with that. Why not? That works. Also, you know, no offense meant to any existing logos that may exist anywhere. Alright, we'll just randomize our logo. There we go. We'll go with that one. Why not? Before we get started, there is one more thing that we have to choose, which is, do we want normal mode or hardcore mode? Hardcore mode is for those of us who like to suffer. You can't pause. You only get one save, and the game only save on exit. So basically, if you play hardcore mode, you just can't... There's no saves coming, basically, right? If you want to go there. All right, we're going to launch a ship and jump on in. Let's go. You know, I love the voxel style of these, of the buildings and the ships in the game, by the way. It's really, really aesthetically pleasing to my eyes. All right, alluring settlers, sabotaging facilities, violating safety protocols, breaking contracts. Press the any key. Let's go. Oh, the music in this intro is so good. I don't know why. It's so short, but it's so good. And in case you didn't know...
Founder, the council is glad to see you.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Significant investments riding on your success.
Yep.
I hope you'll live up to our expectations.
I'll try. Also, in case you didn't know, Industries of Titan's soundtrack actually was composed by none other than Denny B, aka Denny Baranowski. You may have heard his music in other games, like Super Meat Boy, or the original Binding of Isaac, or Crypt of the Necrodancer. So, good stuff, let me tell you. Good stuff. All right. One more little thing before we get to start. One more little thing. And that is, we pick our starting bonus. So you get one little thing that helps you. And this is, so you can choose from a pool of 3 that is, you know, and these 3 choices are picked from a big pool of options. All right, we get cheap construction materials. Building mineral cost is 75% lower. Building catch on fire at 90% health. Buildings take 50% less time to reach max fire strength. That sounds like a safety violation. Human resources. Migrant ships grant you influence, but they generate 200% more waste. Oof. Resourceful research. Scrapping tech increases research efficiency by 25%. Scrapping tech takes the same time as research. Ooh. That is 25%. That's a lot. But then ships granting me influence instead of costing influence is also cool. We'll just have to upgrade our spaceport storage really quickly. So let's take human resources and get started. All right, so here we go. So the first thing that we want to do is technically build a factory for our citizens and employees to do things and to live and all that sort of stuff. But for that, I need resources. So if you've never seen this game, what the heck are all of the resources that we have? Actually, there's not that many. There's only 5 of them, and you can see them up here right next to our company name. It's very easy. We have credits generated by our citizens. We have minerals, the blue stuff that we harvest. We have isotopes, which is the green stuff that we harvest. So, you know, mineral patch, isotope patch. We've got waste, which the citizens and employees produce. You know what I mean. And artifacts, which are used for research, but also for converting citizens into employees and all sorts of other things as well. And looking on the map, besides obviously the minerals and isotope patches. You can see a few other things. There's an artifact patch, which gives us artifacts. Duh. And you can see all of those ruins that I talked about. All of these ruins of people that came before us. And what we can do with those is we can survey them. We can click the button here, or V. V is a survey. And you can survey outside of the area that you've claimed, but you cannot survey outside of the range of your headquarters. So I can't survey these ruins over here because they're outside of my range. Yellow is my range. Blue is what I've claimed. So I own this bit. And this is how far my headquarters, this one, ranges. So I can basically survey all of these, which is going to be done by my employees. So I don't want to stack up too many of them because there's loads. There's lots of different types of ruins. There's normal ruins, level 1, 2, and 3. And then there's something called obsidian ruins, which usually have, they're shiny. They also have some better things in them. Some of the buildings you can sort of reactivate and they give you some bonuses and all sorts of things like that. So we're surveying them right now. You can see all of them are scanning all of these ruins. All the survey is complete. You can see all the little patches pop up right there. So we click on this. So we can either extract artifacts or salvage it for resources. I'm gonna see this one, for example, is a special one. It's an inert ruin. You can spend 3 artifacts to store fuel. So I'm gonna not salvage this one. I'm going to, let's see real quick. This is 2. I'm going to salvage this because 9 isotopes is pretty good. I'm going to extract the resources from this one. Or the artifacts. I'm going to extract the resources, the artifacts from this one as well. So, to claim new areas, because this is like default claim, like the blue line, but you can expand your territory. You do this by claiming using influence, which is the currency up here in the top left, which we get from the council. There is a base gain rate. Right now ours is 4.1 per actual minute. But there are buildings later on and other things where you can modify the gain rate to get more. So what we're going to do is we're going to survey these ones as well. Let it go, and then we're going to go claim. We're going to claim this one because that has a lot of minerals. So that costs 10. We claim it, click to salvage it. And then our employees will go and salvage or extract. And then we have these lovely resources that they're going to transport into our HQ. And we can do stuff. You can also, and this is the cool thing, you can enter your HQ and you can put stuff in the HQ and your factories and all that sort of stuff. So you have this little thing at the start where you can just put resource storages, fuel extractors, generators, and all sorts of things inside to store stuff. Later on, you then will replace that with big buildings, but this is how you start. So we have a tiny little storage container. So I'll build a big storage container and another tiny one just to take up that area. And that's going to already use up all of the resources that we have gathered. So storage is, construction is complete. They haul these inside. You can see here the rebels will be attacking eventually. Right now there's 9 camps left to take care of, and the threat level right now is 9%, so we don't want the time to go by that quickly. So there's a quick access up here where you can go into buildings, or you can click on the building, press F or enter, and then it takes you right into that. So what we gotta start with is we need to make fuel to power our generators, because right now we have no fuel, no power. Down here in the bottom right, this is fuel, this is energy. So fuel is zethane, which you can find in abundance on Mars. Titan. This is not Mars FG, that's a different game. On Titan, there is currently not much on our map at all. Actually, it's mostly empty, which is spoopy. because I need to extract it. But we'll get a little bit. There's a teeny tiny little bit. So we'll put down a fuel fabricator here. We will need also generators. So this is now, as you can see, it is sucking up fuel. Not a lot, but it is some. We can build an M generator. We just need a little bit more minerals. So let's see. We can claim this one as well and salvage it. And then we'll grab that. So what you can do later on is you can upgrade buildings as well to make them bigger. So you don't have to just build new buildings. You can also upgrade ones. And you can combine ones later on as well. All right. Let's play a little bit more Tetris here on the inside. There we go. What we also need is an energy pylon. So we can transfer energy from inside outside. And we need an energy relay. So if I put this here in the middle, it'll hook up this power generator to the power grid, which means it will power all of the machines on this floor. And this pylon, this energy bridge is just there to connect with pylons outside. Basically, think of this as the, you know, the outlet that you have in your room that connects to the bigger power grid outside. All right, so we're making fuel. We have some powers to spare. We need more resources. So this is also an obsidian rune. Doesn't have any special function, unlike this building, the inert rune, but usually obsidian runes will have more stuff in it than the general ones, which is why they're more expensive to claim. So this one costs 40, but you can see, for example, what it says here, minerals 2. Like this one says minerals 1 and isotopes 1. This one says minerals 2 and isotopes 2. What does that mean? Well, so what it means actually is a really cool system in the game where with the use of employees, you turn the harvested resources, so minerals, into minerals 2, which give you per mineral 2 more mineral power, so to speak. So it's up here. You can see it there. There's a little tier count and construction unit. So a tier 1 equals 1 construction unit. A tier 2 that you can just convert one tier 2 into one tier 1 into one tier 2 with the use of employees counts as 5. And then if you turn a 2 into 3, the 3 will count as 25. So that's actually a lot of construction power right there. So we're going to salvage that. You can switch this view to show you 1, 2, 3, or all of them. If you have all on, it'll just show you the total construction units instead, which I find relatively helpful. So we're going to leave that like that. We also don't have a waste. We don't have a waste receptacle right now, which is a bit of a problem because we need that. So you're going to be busy doing that. I will also claim this. There's no artifacts whatsoever, so we'll just grab the basic resources there and go from there. So salvage freaking complete. All right, let's let them put their stuff in here. So we need a couple of things. We need to pay our employees. Right now we have 8 of them, and they require daily salaries of 320. How to do that? By having people. So we'll grab a habitat pod, which is, you know, where the poor little employees will live, right there. As long as 1 square is touching the power grid, it's fine. So I could fit another in here, but I also need for these 2 employees that will live here, not employees, citizens, I will also need something called a monetization station, which is how they make credits by clicking on ads. So we'll put one there, we'll put one there, and then we also will put in waste receptacles, because will they make a mess? Oh boy, will they make a mess. They so will. All right, and then we click on the spaceport, which we need to unlock with 3 artifacts. Done. So because of our little thing, instead of costing us influence, because of our little bonus that we got, instead we get influence for grabbing these. Unfortunately, they want there's more people on these ships than we have space for, because right now we have only space for 2. You can see our citizens is here, so we have influence here, which we get from the council. This is citizens. This is our employees. This is ship employee management, which is a different type of employee on ships that we use in combat. We don't have any of those right now. We have, this is just an info how many ships are waiting for migration acceptance, yay or nay. We can talk to our advisors if you're a little bit stuck. They will help you. This is the tech web, which is research, which you use with artifacts. So we click on this, we access the web, and there it is. And it's like an actual web. And then you spend artifacts to unlock new researches. So we could do device construction time minus 50%. That's actually pretty helpful. We spent 1, confirm it, and then research this. And its research is then just time-based. You just spend artifacts to unlock it, and then you just have to wait for it to complete. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And last but not least, up here in the top left, you have your corporate goals, which is the points as I talked about for winning. You can win with there's different tiers: bronze, silver, and gold victory. They all require different points. See, this one says 35, and the requiring 5 more points for gold is pretty harsh. And you have some easier ones. Like for example, own an office. That's not bad. It gives you a tier 1, and that's okay. Research 3 tier 1 technologies. That's doable. Destroy 2 rebel HQs. That's already getting more difficult. And then you spend credits to unlock the next tier and the next tier and the next tier. Those are more complicated, but they will also give you more points. And then eventually you can declare that you're finished. And then your rival, you can also see their victory score. So yeah, if you play with rivals on, you will have to contend with them and their point gathering rate. Which is, it gets more complicated. All right, so our headquarters are almost full in terms of, ground floor right now. I can't upgrade it right now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to build 2 factories actually, right from the get-go. I could also upgrade this right now. We do have the isotope CUs available. I will also actually do that, which means it turns everything off. But it's not too bad right now because we don't actually have citizens yet there. So yeah, our employees are just kind of hanging out and waiting. So now we have 2 factories. What you can do with the factories now, if you have 2 buildings at the same level next to each other, you can just connect them, which costs a couple of resource units, but gives you a bigger area inside than if you had only 2 singles. And for buildings like, for example, power plants, instead of using the tier 1 using 1 employee per tier 1 power plant, if you connect them and you get a connected tier 1 power plant, you need 1 employee instead of 2. So building so that you can connect buildings in the future is quite good, because you will need your employees later on, and you are a little bit limited by the level of your headquarters and the conversion offices. So plan ahead. No, I do not want to talk to you right now. I am busy explaining things to people. We have no spaceport storage because they come with a lot of waste. But you here don't. From Luna, they have 1 tier 1 mineral, 1 tier 1 isotope, 6 waste with them. We get 2 influence and we'll grab those. And we'll get our very first citizens in our brand new city. All right, and then this is the factory, which we can all rename for easier finding. See, instead of just having like this square floor, we get a bigger rectangle, which makes it easier to build a few more complex setups, so to speak. So what we'll do here is we'll learn about how to convert minerals and do that. All right, there we go. We'll connect you, and then we'll build another one, and then build another one over here. That should be sufficient. Yeah. I'm currently building this, but we have no energy, as you can see. So what we need is another generator. That costs 2 fuel. That costs 3. So if I build a big one, a chunky generator, and then another fuel fabricator. That is so, but we'll have to do it. There's currently not a lot of zethane here, but zethane is expelled by these crevices as well as cracks, and then there's certain ruins that will make it as well, and it'll hopefully we'll get some more. We might get some obsidian ruins that will do that, so we'll go and survey these. So we hopefully can get some that maybe gives us some zethane, so we can actually do some stuff here. Because otherwise our power is looking a bit dire. But now that we've got this, we have it all set up. And let's go ahead and set up our production line. And you do this later on. Basically, you do the same thing for isotopes. And it's really not all that complicated. Once you've done it once, you'll kind of learn how to do it. So we need a processor. You need the mineral input mode. They all need power, by the way. So, and the little plug symbol needs to touch the processor, because that's where, you know, mineral goes in here, goes to the processor, comes out of the output module. And you obviously can get them from all of these ruins, but you can also get stuff from resource patches. So we claim it. After that, you have this little symbol here, because you need to assign an employee to start harvesting these, and then I will start harvesting these. We'll also claim this right now for that. We're starting to get a lot of waste, which is a problem, so we need to get a waste stack sooner rather than later. Okay, obviously currently there's no output here, so that's a problem. We need to wait for more storage, which we might currently not have, actually. Let's see in here real quick. Our storage is... No, that's the waste storage. Okay. Actual resource storage is still available, so we'll be able to build this sooner rather than later. There we go. So we need the output module. That's where the resources come out. Then what you need is the employee module, because this... needs to be run by an employee. And then last but not least, this is not necessary, not 100% necessary, but it is helpful because this does also generate waste. So what you want is a waste output connected as well. Otherwise they generate a waste and then this entire process stops, which is a problem. So you want this where it automatically goes in and then they have to empty the receptacle here, but they don't have to empty it out, you know, after every production cycle. You see the symbol here again, no employees. Let's assign you. There we go. And now we're going to start to, there we go. There's the person doing the thing. The output module is already full. Somebody's going to grab it. We should probably put a couple of storage containers next to this. There we go. There's another number 2. As you can see, they grab it, they put it in. It comes out, put it in, comes out, put it in, comes out. And now you can see here, we're getting more construction units out of this. Because it's 1 in, 1 out. But the process of running it with an employee just levels up our construction output. And we do the same thing with our isotopes as well. So, I have not really cheated, but switched my save file because I already have a much bigger city going in my other save file. As you can see, we have a bajillion credits and minerals. Isotopes we're actually kind of hurting for, but you can actually see what a bigger city actually looks like. Once you've played this for a while, we actually have zethane like everywhere. We've got defense turrets, we've got all sorts of things happening. We've got mineral notes tab with mines that are full because my storage is actually full, which I need to fix. We've got defensive turrets covering most of our city to protect us from the next rebels that shall be attacking us soon to end. We've got over 300 citizens that are making us 21,000 credits a day. We've got some employees which we make and take care of in these lovely conversion centers that we have. We have actually quite a lot of them. I do need more though. I do need actually more of those. So we shall build more of those. We've got some parks to help with habitability. Our pollution is mostly-ish okay in a way. We have some going over here because we've got smokestacks there. The mine's also not so great, so we need to put one over here as well. An air filter, air purifier to take care of that over there a little bit. Definitely need to get more isotopes going. We've got our research going like ham. As you can see, there's lots and lots of stuff unlocked already on the map. All sorts of things like more movement speed, max HQ, employee limit, park power requirements. There's all sorts of things like that. Reduced fan power requirements. We've got level 2 ships over there. I actually have a level 3 ship in this one. Don't tell them. We've got fire damage over time reduced. Building connection time reduced. Actually, let's unlock that because that's actually quite helpful. There we go. We have a little shipyard with our ship that is there to defend us against the rebels. It's one of the big ones. I only have one because I have turrets everywhere, but I do need to make more. And yeah, hope you get a little bit of a feel for the game. And if you want to check it out, you can. There's a link in the description below that you can click to find out more about it. Thank you so much for watching and your support. Stick around, there's more content coming up if you just let autoplay do its magic. And I will see you all next time. Take care and bye.